Awesome. I'm here today with AJ. AJ,
Hi.
Thank you for taking the time to interview with me. First, to start off, would you consider yourself to be a coffee drinker?
I would. I wouldn't say that I'm like an avid, dedicated coffee drinker, but I do drink coffee pretty often.
Okay, awesome. Well, how often would that be? Say like in a week.
I'd say about probably 3 to 4 times a week is a
Okay.
good estimate.
That's awesome. So if you're buying, getting coffee about 3 to 4 times a week, how much do you think that you would spend in a week on coffee?
Optimally, I'd like to spend no more than $10, $15 max, and that is on the high end, in my opinion.
During the week?
During the week.
Okay, awesome. And what time of day do you usually get your coffee?
Morning.
In the morning?
Mm-hmm.
And why is that?
Just help me wake up, help me get out of bed, motivate me to get something done quickly in the day.
Awesome, thank you. And when buying your coffee, would you say that price, quality, or convenience is more important to you?
I think convenience is the most important factor. However, I can totally see how price would influence me to go over one source over another, say it's slightly less convenient but more price factor, or for that matter, if it's just very good flavor, it varies. But I think the most important one would be convenience for sure, followed by price and then by taste.
Awesome, sounds good, thank you. And with that, how important is sustainability to you in your coffee products? Do you ever think about that?
I'll be honest, I've never really thought about that. I think that it would be an interesting thing to know, and I think it could potentially sway to comparable products. If I knew that one was sustainable and one wasn't, that could certainly be worthwhile to know. But I'll be honest, I've never really given much thought to it.
Okay, awesome, thank you. And when it comes to your coffee purchases, how often do deals and rewards memberships play into your coffee purchases?
Not typically often. I kind of have my set regiment of where I go, what I get, and when I get it, and so it's not particularly influential. However, it once again would be interesting to me if something like that would push me in a new direction, to willing to try something new at least.
Okay, sounds good. And you mentioned that a lot of times where you go and get your coffee, do you usually go out to get your coffee or do you brew it yourself?
Once again, it varies. I think that I typically can brew it at home, but sometimes if I'm running late or if I just want, like I said, some different flavor, a better convenience factor, I can definitely get it out. Hence why my weekly price range will adjust as needed. So I do like brewing at home, but sometimes it's not nearly as convenient, so I can get it out.
Awesome, sounds good. And how likely do you think that you would be to try, say, a coffee subscription where someone delivers coffee to your home maybe once a week, once a month?
Would you be talking like a whole bean or ground beans, coffee made to drink? What are you referring to?
Like coffee grounds.
Oh, I'd be interested for sure. I think that could be something that I actually would really enjoy because it could limit at least some of the having to go to the grocery store to get different beans. But I mean, unless it's really something like a unique flavor, something that I know that I enjoy, I would be wary of pushing it without a lot more information.
Okay, awesome, sounds good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Zane, for agreeing to be part of my interview today.
Yes, sir.
I just want to start, as we're getting started here, would you consider yourself to be a coffee drinker?
Oh, I'm a big coffee drinker. Every day, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Like once a day or even more than that?
Depends on the strength of the cup. Usually more than once a day.
Okay, I like it. And so why do you drink coffee?
Originally, I did it to get through high school, early mornings and all that. Now I depend on it with a caffeine addiction.
Okay, I got you. You depend on it for schoolwork, projects?
Yes, sir. Mainly to maintain my productivity throughout the day.
Okay.
Yep.
I got you. So if you feel like you're dropping in productivity, you'll take another cup of coffee and keep on going?
Exactly that.
I like it, awesome. So when do you drink coffee most often?
Most often, I drink it in the morning, around 8 to 9 a.m.
Okay, gotcha, awesome. It's almost like a ritual every day.
Yes, sir.
Very cool, I like it. So then would you consider, when you're getting your coffee, do you think that price, convenience, or quality is more important for you?
It's got to be quality for me, honestly. Yep.
Gotcha, I like it. And have you ever thought about sustainability in your coffee at all?
Sustainability has been an upcoming theme in products recently. Personally, whenever I go out and see coffee to buy at a grocery store, I'm not looking to see if they have sustainable practices. Now, it's definitely a pro if I see it in advertising, but I don't go actively factoring it into my purchase.
Okay, awesome, sounds good, thank you.
Yeah.
When you're looking at those factors that go into your purchases, do you ever look at like deals or rewards? Do those affect your purchases?
Yeah, definitely. If coffee is bundled with something to make it overall cheaper, or if it's simply on sale, I'll definitely go for it instead of what I usually do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if something's cheaper than your normal, you go towards what's cheaper?
Yeah, if it also matches my preferences.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you. Kind of like a nice little balance there.
exactly.
Awesome. And so then when you're getting your coffee, how often do you brew it versus how often do you buy it from somewhere?
I usually brew my own grounds.
Okay.
Yep. That's if I'm going to maybe Starbucks, I'd say once a month.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's a rare occurrence that you go out and get something.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like it. And then have you ever heard of like a coffee subscription?
I have heard of that, yeah.
Okay. So how likely do you think that you would be to use a coffee subscription that would drop it off, like say at your doorstep?
I would be somewhat likely. The problem is usually they're pretty pricey, and the coffee that I buy is usually on a budget.
Okay.
But I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. So say we're able to get you a coffee subscription at a cheaper price, how often would you like it to be dropped off?
Depending on if it'll last me the week, I'd get it weekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, for being willing to be part of my survey today, talking about coffee preferences that you might have.
Yeah.
And so to start off, Steve, would you consider yourself to be a coffee drinker?
Kind of. I will drink coffee like several times a week, but it's not a regular thing. I don't wake up and just make myself a cup of coffee.
Okay, so it's not a regular thing. How many times, say, per week do you think that you would drink coffee?
I would say I'd have like probably 5 to 6 cups a week,
Okay.
but it'd be like a couple a day. Like if I've
Gotcha.
really got something big I got to get done.
Okay, so you like stack them on days where you've got to get that like an energy.
It's
to
a
be able-
crutch.
it's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. And when you are when you're drinking coffee, would you say it's usually in the morning? What time of the day are you usually drinking coffee?
I would say it's usually in the afternoon or evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I can wake up pretty well. It's just keeping going through the night. That's a tough issue.
Got you. So it sounds like you use coffee whenever you need to stay up later to
Mhm.
get some projects done.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. And whenever you are getting coffee, would you consider price, quality, or convenience to be the most important in your decision?
Probably price and like strength of
Okay.
the coffee. So I would like a really strong dark roast. And yeah, just like cheap coffee. I'm not super into like the Starbucks drinks where you like really customize it. I usually just go and order black coffee.
Awesome. Sounds good. Something cheap and potent.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds great. It works.
Yeah.
It gets the job done. And then when you are going out and you're buying products or you're buying coffee, have you ever thought about sustainability in your purchases? Is sustainability a part of your purchasing thought process?
I guess I wasn't super aware that sustainability was a factor in like coffee manufacturing. I've never really seen that marketed that
Okay.
way before.
If you were to see, say, two similar coffee brands or coffee purchases, and one was pushing its sustainability, would that push you toward or away from that product?
I mean, I guess it might push me a little bit towards it, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. Like,
That's fair,
I
yeah.
need coffee.
Yeah.
I guess if that brand could make it more personal to me, that would draw me in a lot more. I would just feel like I would be too far removed from the sustainability efforts of the company to be invested in it.
Okay.
Like, I would need that personal investment.
All right. Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you for saying that. And whenever you are getting your coffee, do you usually brew it yourself, or are you going out there and buying it?
It would be at a coffee shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost exclusively.
Almost exclusively. I would have to drink a lot more coffee for it to be worth me making it myself.
Okay. Awesome. And also, one of the things that I'm looking at is something called like a coffee subscription, where
Mhm.
you would pay a brand, pay a company, and they would drop off like coffee grounds like at someone's house or at your house. Do you think that would be something that you would be interested in, or would that be something that?
I think it kind of depends on the frequency of the delivery. I would be interested. I wouldn't get it if it gave me way too much coffee. Like, I would
Okay.
need to be able to drink it and actually get my money's worth. I don't drink that much coffee, so it would have to be a pretty small amount.
Okay, awesome, sounds good. Well, perfect. Thank you for your time, Steve.
Appreciate it.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great day.